Hello, my name is Denver, and this is my first complete weather briefing. Up is the surface analysis chart valid at 21 UTC on the 1st of July. There is a low pressure system located up in the province of Quebec with a significant cold front wrapping south down into Arkansas from there. Another cold front is moving into North Dakota and part of Montana. There is a warm front extending to the right of a low over Colorado, and there is a stationary front running through Maine. Looking at the radar, the majority of the severe weather is on the eastern half of the United States, sort of along that cold front as mentioned previously. Another area of severe weather is in New Mexico, just below the Colorado low that I mentioned earlier. At the current convective outlook, there are two main areas of thunderstorms, which were previously mentioned, and they happen to coincide with the highest probability of convective weather. In this case, in New Mexico and along the cold front running on the eastern half of the U.S. Moving into more of the forecasting section, we have a segment. I chose a convective segment, which begins on the 2nd of July at 1:55 Zulu and is valid for 2 hours, ending at 3:55 Zulu. The states affected include Texas and New Mexico. It's bounded within an area from 70 miles southeast of Toby, Colorado, to 30 miles west-northwest of Amarillo, Texas, to 70 miles east-northeast of TCS, which I believe is the city of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, to 50 miles southeast of Albuquerque, to 70 miles southeast of Toby. And there is an area of thunderstorms that's moving from 300 degrees at 30 knots. The tops of the thunderstorm are above a flight level of 45,000 feet. There is hail up to 1 inch and a possibility of wind gusts up to 50 knots. The air mat, which is valid at 0300 UTC. Most of the U.S. has a freezing level between 12,000 and 16,000 feet. Up in the New England region, there is low-level turbulence, icing, and a mountain obscuration, along with high-level turbulence running southwest from that region into Arkansas. If you look along the California coast, there is IFR conditions along with strong surface winds. Looking at the low-level significant weather for 6Z, there are MBFR conditions down and around Louisiana area, the New England region, and the northwest part of the U.S. There is also moderate or greater turbulence in the northeastern part of the U.S. IFR conditions exist in both the New England region and along the western border of the U.S. Moving on to the 18Z chart on the right, the majority of the MBFR conditions clear out for the most part, along with the turbulence leaving only the IFR conditions remaining along the western border of the United States. The freezing level for the most part doesn't really move too much over that time period. Glancing at the high-level significant weather forecast for 18Z on the 2nd of July, there is moderate turbulence, which is represented in the yellow dashed circle. The turbulence is between a flight level of 40,000 feet to below the limit of this chart, which in this case is below 25,000 feet. In the southeastern part of the U.S. and running up the coast, there are isolated embedded cumulonimbus thunderstorms stretching to a height of 42,000 feet. There is another small area in Oklahoma where there are isolated thunderstorms with cloud tops at 38,000 feet, ranging to a cloud base somewhere below 25,000 feet, once again. At a flight level of 34,000 feet over the Great Lakes, the jet stream axis is flowing at 110 miles per hour. There is a low just north of Lake Superior at a height of approximately 31,000 feet. Moving on to the convective outlook forecast, which is valid from 12Z on July 2nd to 12Z on July 3rd. Most of the country is under a general thunderstorm risk, with sort of the central part of the U.S. having a slightly higher marginal risk for severe thunderstorms. Moving on to the tri-state region forecast. The area forecast here is issued at 1:45 Zulu and is valid until 20 Zulu on July 2nd. Beginning with Minnesota, in the northwest part of Minnesota, there are a few clouds at 5,000 feet. At 5Z, there are clear skies with occasional cirrus clouds. The outlook is VFR. For the northeastern part of Minnesota, clouds are broken at 6,000 feet with cloud tops at 12,000 feet. There are widely scattered light rain showers with isolated thunderstorms. The cumulonimbus tops are at a flight level of 24,000 feet. At 5Z, there is scattered sky conditions at 6,000 feet. At 12Z, there are clear skies. Moving on to southwestern Minnesota, the sky condition is broken at 11,000 feet with cloud tops at 16,000 feet. At 12Z, there are scattered sky conditions at 11,000 feet with the outlook being VFR conditions. Moving to the southeast part of Minnesota, it's broken at 9,000 feet with cloud tops at 14,000 feet. At 9Z, there are widely scattered light rain showers with isolated thunderstorms with rain. The cumulonimbus tops are at a flight level of 26,000 feet. At 13Z, the sky is scattered at 9,000 feet with the outlook once again showing VFR conditions. Moving into North Dakota now, the area forecast, there are scattered cirrus clouds and for the whole state, and the outlook is showing VFR conditions. Next is South Dakota. In the northwestern part of South Dakota, sky conditions are scattered at 12,000 feet. At 4Z, there are clear skies. The outlook has VFR conditions. The northeastern part of South Dakota is broken at 10,000 feet with cloud tops at 16,000 feet. At 12Z, it's scattered at 10,000 feet with scattered cirrus clouds and a VFR outlook. For the remainder of South Dakota, there are clear skies with occasional scattered cirrus clouds. The outlook for the rest of the state is VFR conditions. Now moving over to the station mounted plots on the right at 12Z, there are surface winds over the region, which are mainly ranging from calm to 5 miles per hour. There is an occasional 10 miles per hour in there. The skies are pretty much clear. The temperatures are in the 50-degree range for the most part, with the largest area of 60-degree temps located in southern Minnesota. As with the area forecast, there is only VFR conditions that exist over the entire tri-state region. Finally, looking at the TAF basically just reconfirms what was said in the previous slide. Basically, it just reconfirms the light winds and VFR conditions over the region during the 12Z mark.